A beautiful evening to you, everyone. Thanks for always keeping faith with us on this amazing channel, Western Spring Television. And this is Ladies Talk. This is where we bring you topical issues relating to women, and not just only women, even relating to men as it relates or, surrounds women as well. And it's not just about relationship talks, it's also about other issues, from career to growth, and every other aspect, of human life, as long as it touches humans. That is what we discuss right here with the ladies. My name is TEMITOPE AJIJOLAOLUWA-OLA. Welcoming you to tonight's show. It promises to be amazing, insightful, enlightening, and fun. Because what? We have another new face today. Right. Just beside me to the right is Tomilola Daniel. Tomi Trendy, how are you doing
I'm
today?
very well.
Uh,
It's so good to be back. So good to
yes,
see
after
you.
a long while.
Yeah.
And to her own right is DEBLOAF.
Thank you.
That's a new addition.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, so
Good
we're
to have you.
dynamic like that. That's why we keep bringing you new faces. To hear new insightful ideas, new opinion, a fresh opinion right here on the show. Thank you very much for joining us today, Deb.
Thanks for having me.
Mm.
Nice to meet you.
It looks so
Tommy.
good.
Nice to
Thank
meet you
you,
too.
ladies.
Thank you.
All right, so I hope that you have brought your A game to the show today.
Well,
What can
I'm
you
here.
say?
What can I say?
All right, what
I'm
about
here.
you, Tomi?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good, right. I'm happy to hear that. All right, so tonight we have something you've all seen, really, and it's something that needs to be talked about. I'm sure severally you'd have heard people talking about this and that around this particular topic, but then tonight we just want to look at it from a particular angle, from a story that was shared on social media. But before we go into it, I want you to know that we are you can always follow us via our platforms on Facebook and Instagram and X at Western Spring Television. That's how you catch up and you keep up with us right here on Ladies Talk on Western Spring Television. We'll be taking this quick break, and when we get back, it will be straight to the topic. And today we have what's trending. Just wait. Yeah, welcome back. Ladies Talk is the show right here on Western Spring Television. All right, so today we want to talk about that post, just sometime I think earlier this week or last week that CCME posted that on her on her um on her on her platform. And then we want to talk about that in relation to the topic tonight, which is women and the influence of money on them. That's or I should say money and the influence it has on women. Yes. That's it. But before we go into that CCME post, I just want us to talk about it right here, Let me start with Deblo, really. How do you see women? What can you say about women and money? Let's talk about it from the angle that women see, or what attachment or value that women attach to money. And then let's talk about it from what men paint women as when it comes to money.
Okay, thank you, Papa. So talking about the way we see money, like for my gender, women, ladies, I think it's meant to be that way because we value money so much. We feel like we can't do anything without money.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a general way of life. Even for the other gender, for the men too, that's how it is. You can't do anything, literally. It's just because it's just more on the women because we are more needy. We have we have more things to to use money for and all that. So that's why it looks like we are materialistic. Now that look like we value money so much. Then talking about what was the other point?
I said how men paint us. Sometimes they say that we're gold diggers. Some say there's this term they use, I can't remember now.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
but men are just, they talk about the fact that women are only about money.
Money. No, we are not only about money, but it's we won't say they are not wrong. We won't say they are not wrong. They are wrong rather, because for ladies now, as we have the good ones, we have the bad ones. As we have the ones that are not, there's in life everything, there is a normal angle, there is the one in between, and there is the extreme. Now we have people that you can't call me a gold digger. I have things to use money for. We can't be in a relationship or in a marriage and you won't be able to provide for me. Naturally, ladies are needy. It is normal. So now it now comes in, the way you handle it is the way it shows how you are. So I think men seeing ladies as gold diggers it's not a general thing that it's supposed to be generalized. I think there are levels to this thing. It is normal for a lady to be needy. It is normal for a lady to ask. But it now depends on how she is asking. Is it the normal way? Is it the one that wants more? Or is it the Oliver Twist that is never satisfied? So I think there are levels to it.
All right.
But naturally, women are needy. And that's a fact that men have to accept.
Tomi, what's your take?
I agree with and I also believe that everyone is needy.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe not just our gender alone, but it depends, because it just depends on the extent in which you can go for money.
Okay.
And when you term women as being gold diggers, I feel that this is what men portray, because most men, the first thing they show to a woman is money. Oh, I have money, I have cars, I have this.
But do you not think that's the angle a woman has,
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
how a woman has also, made herself presentable to the man, or the way she has presented herself to the man as somebody who is only about money?
You know that sometimes that even if a man is ugly,
Yeah.
once he has money,
He becomes fine.
Okay.
So I'm saying that that's why some men will tell you that they'll tell themselves that, you know what, don't go into a relationship when you don't have money. Because they feel that what women want is money. And sometimes women don't want the money. Because we can make our money ourselves. I don't know.
Are
But
you sure?
Yes, I think she'll speak for us. Let's speak for ourselves.
Okay.
Because I want to believe, because
Right.
I've actually met with some ladies and I have that school of thought too.
Okay.
I feel like I have.
Oh,
I
right
have.
now. Okay.
Like, I feel like if there's something I need and I cannot provide for myself, I don't have that right to pressure my man to provide for me. I feel the moment we start not genderalizing,
your man,
I don't know if there's a word like that.
Before
but
he
we
becomes your husband, or even
like
as a husband.
I'm using man because I'm using man for even for the married the okay, yes. So let's say for marriage it is different, because now you have the
So
you have
you're
the
solely
obligation,
responsible.
responsibility
Okay.
to provide. But before marriage, if you can't provide things that you cannot provide for yourself, yes, the man can provide for you. But if he is not in that position, if he's not capable,
There yet.
he's not there yet, you don't have to pressure him. So I mean that's school of thought. But I've seen ladies that actually feel like, no, whether we are in fact talking stage, you should be providing for me.
But it's painting women the wrong way,
Yes.
anyways.
Yeah, it's just I think there are a lot of things that is wrong in this world already, especially in this country. Number one, the gender war, it is unnecessary. The way I see men talk about, if you don't have money, don't go into relationship. Or if you don't, as women too, we feel like, bro, if you don't have even a potential, like you should have something. That's something that if I see you,
Even
I'm
if you don't
seeing
have
you.
the look, they feel that who would date you, who would marry you with your flat. Anyways.
You understand? So I feel like the gender war is unnecessary. As a woman, work, like take care of yourself. As a man, work. But this material, the way they paint women as materialistic gender now, I think it's subjective. I don't know how to use the word. Now, back in those days when I was in school, I used to see it as no, money is not the criteria to look for in a man. Do you
Okay,
understand?
yes.
That was when I was in school.
Okay.
Oh, so
That was when I
now.
still had the time, to look at we can build ourselves together. Do you understand?
Okay.
Now I've grown.
Oh.
There are
I'm not in working class.
responsibilities,
There
yeah.
are responsibilities. There are bills to be paid. So now I don't have that mentality anymore. But still, as I said,
Still
there are levels to it. It's still on moderation. So it's not like I'll not base it on you have to have money. In fact, it is good to even have the mindset of you have to have money. You want a good life for yourself. That's why you're saying that. But some people are expecting you have to have Dangote money, say. You have to have Hush Puppy money. You understand? But in this life, let us be factual. In this life, not everybody will get married to an Hush Puppy.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Your own rich man that God has destined you to have might be someone that drives Toyota Camry, something like that. Do you understand? So I just feel like we should just calm down. And there are things that are relative. Things are relative. There is always a stage to that. So when you see someone that is saying that not until okay, when you see a lady that is saying money is not everything, she has a reason. When you don't see a lady that is saying no, you have to have money, everybody is right. At the end of the day,
I like that.
Everybody is right.
I like that because Tommy, do you have another point you want to put forward?
I agree with her.
I think we need to swear a pinky promise to follow each other to the end of time.
All right, so dear viewer, it's been amazing so far. Now we're going to take that CCME angle to this money and the influence it has on women. I still have, another angle to play, but it's going to come after we look at this. So right here, can we have the slide, where that's the CME's post. All right, so it says here, my housekeeper's husband called tonight to request that I fire her, that is his wife, because in court now, the money don't make him get pride because I no get work. Okay, let me read it the way I'm supposed to read it. The money don't make him get pride because I no get work. If you know sack him, I go sack him.
Okay.
You know where I from. I go bring him down. All right, so that's the post that the CME put up. But then following that, just some of the comments right there coming from. All right, now very soon we've taken that story. That's the CME. I just wanted to ring in your head. I wanted to take a look, at the dimension, what the man said, how he said it, and what he said. We'll be taking a quick break now. When we get back, we'll talk about this in detail.
Illegal bushmeat is not cool, but it's on sale in our cities, risking extinction and our health. And many of our iconic wild animals are threatened. So please be cool and say no to illegal bushmeat. And let's make Nigeria better for wildlife and safer for us all. Keep them wild, keep us safe.
Welcome back to your favorite show, Ladies Talk. So we went on that break on that note, sharing that story by CCME. We'll be taking it again. So if you're just joining us, this is what we're talking about, money and the influence it has on women. So CCME has this, my housekeeper's husband called tonight to request that I fire her, that is his wife, because I quit now. The money don't make her get pride because I no get work. If you know sack him, I go sack him. She know where I from, I go bring her down. And that's the post by CCME. And under her post, there were comments, right there under her post. Different comments, really. This one says, the man said, she know where I from. If you can't better your life with where you're from, but you can only bring people down, then you're a disgrace. Shame on him. And this, CCME actually responded to that. He said, okay, he was telling CCME not to fire her. He said, please don't fire her, even if it's for the sake of those innocent kids. And she responded, can't fire her. There was a lady, if you actually read through, if you went ahead, there was a lady, I think Olaiton, she shared a story about how her father, who did not also have a job. Exactly, something similar to this. A mother was working with a Lebanese company, and then, you know, along the line, the father also was going to harass her at the office, you know, telling her bosses to fire her. And then they didn't want to respond at first. But then when he started, you know, creating scenes, and you know, this is not a Nigerian company. Even if it's Nigerian, people don't have that much loyalty. I'm talking about your workplace does not have that much loyalty to you.
Yes.
So they had to fire her. And then when she got her, you know, gratuity and all of that, she had to give him 3 million out of that money. That was when he left them. Years down the line, he came back, and people were advising the children to, you know, start giving him upkeep, to accept him back and start giving him upkeep. She was saying that their mother passed, you know, in that struggle because things were hard. It was hard for her to go through school and that, you know, sharing that story. She see me sharing the story. She said that it brought, you know, childhood trauma, and she had to just offload at that point. You know, people related to her story even more than what CCME posted, because this, you know, this really, she went into details of her own, and it was really touching. Now let's talk about the fact, I was, you know, on social media now, there are men who are really, really outspoken these days, talking about marriage, the essentials of it, what roles men ought to play, what roles women ought to play. And there's this one that stood out to me. It's not a post per se, it's just something it keeps ringing in my head. It says, men these days are not looking for anything. They're looking for submissive providers. Men are now looking for submissive providers. It used to be something that was, how would we put it now? That was out of the ordinary. That wasn't really usual. When you find a man out of job, and the woman just has to, you know, stand in the gap at that time. But now you see more men who do not want to work. They don't have jobs, and they're not, they are really not interested in even working. But then they still want you
to be submissive.
I'm not saying that's wrong, but I have come to the point where I realize that provision comes with a certain level of authority.
Yes.
As a man, when you're providing, that it is innate. The provision and authority, or, you know, this taking charge, they go hand in hand. So it takes a lot of extra effort from a woman who is providing for a man and the home. And sometimes these men make more outrageous demands.
Yes.
They even bring some family members, you know, along. Talking from experience now, they want you to care for all of these. By creation, men are supposed to provide. Women are supposed to cater. Women are supposed to meet, to be a help meet, at least according to what the Holy Book says. So that's to just give you a perspective, you know, into what we are discussing tonight. Women and the influence of money on them. Women and the influence money has on them. What would you say, you know, coming from that CCME's angle, a man actually being so bold enough to call a boss to his wife, to say he should fire her? He doesn't have a job. So when she fires her, let's talk about, even if she does have that pride, what would you leave on? What would the children leave on? Your take.
Oh, okay. Before I speak, I would like Tommy to.
Okay, to talk.
Okay, so to start with, with the story, we can tell that the man has a problem, and we always say that men are egoistic, but it's not a problem if you have ego. But to an extent, there's a reasonable way you can handle situations. When you say women and the influence of the money they have on them, I know there are some women that take things overboard, that they allow pride to take over them when they have money. I also know women that once they know that their husband cannot take up a particular role, they are willing to stand in the gap. But the truth is, you don't have a job. What exactly are you doing? But the truth is, there's an extent at which a man will push a woman to the extent that she'll start acting. When she starts acting, they will tell her, oh, she's not submissive. Men believe that even when things are not going right, you're not acting like a real husband or a father, you still have to be submissive. I don't think the Bible taught us that even in dying periods, you have to still be submissive. I don't know if that is what our Holy Book told us to do. But I feel that men need to understand that submissive comes with a lot of responsibility as a man. You want someone to be submissive to you, also try and act responsibly, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. So looking at the story, you want to sack this woman. So men, they don't have a job. They want the woman to also not have a job.
Yes.
Because men, the mentality is that I don't even want my wife to work. They believe that once you have that money, you start acting or you start doing some things, or you feel that they're superior. But it doesn't work like that. Men need to rewind themselves and rewire themselves and know that if your woman has money, it's a step up for you. In fact, it should be a thing of joy for you that, oh, my woman is made. Not that, okay, because I have money, she doesn't have to have money. And then now this is a woman who is still trying to stand in the gap for you.
You're talking about an Odogo and Achalugo here.
When things are not going right and you still want a boss to sack her, that is devilish. I don't know which other word to use. It's witchcraft. It's wizardry.
I've seen bitter people.
Yeah.
But this is on another level.
Okay.
Like that energy you're putting into contacting a boss. Why
Get
don't
a job.
Get a job.
Even not even beg the woman to employ you too.
Exactly.
Because it's not a formal job.
You can't do that.
It's not a formal job. You can. See, that's the pride we're talking about. See, when you
have you pride?
I think it is. When you have a parent, when you are in a home where you're still under your parents, do you know there are extents your parents will go that even you will be shocked to provide for you, to put food on your table, to put clothes on your back. Look at the woman that was trained in the Ozuze, that somebody shamed her because she was cleaning and the daughter was helping. Right?
Yes.
The woman had to do what she had to do. You can't do what you have to do just so your wife doesn't suffer. You see, the extra mile that our parents used to put is no more there. And that's why that respect, that submissiveness that you're really looking for is not there.
Well, I agree with you, but all I'm just saying is he should look for a job. He doesn't have to be employed by the same person. That's just what I'm against. Like, it's normal. Men have ego.
Yeah.
Ladies, we have our pride too. So it's both ways. But I just feel it's another, like there's a devil in him that he has not seen. Because, bro, there are people in this world. How would you ask? Do you know what I feel? I actually feel like the woman did not do anything wrong to that man.
I feel so too.
Because when that's why I said earlier. Yeah.
How much could Sissy Yemi be paying her? At most 40K.
Exactly.
Maybe a very big house. 40K.
Do you know, I said earlier that sorry, I've forgotten, but I think I said something earlier about gender war, about
how unnecessary it is.
Yes, like as we have good men, we have bad men. As we have good women, we have bad men. And I said something about everybody being right. Even the ones that say, even the ladies that said they cannot date somebody that does not have money, and the ones that are saying, we can build together, there's nothing bad, and the ones that are saying, no, it's a double banana that they're looking for. Everybody is right. Because at the end of the day, do you know that someone that has the school of thought that I have to date somebody that has money is now right? Because men, they have ego. Now that ego is something that is so big that it takes the help of God for some of them to be able to manage it. Now, a man that does not have money, naturally is not mentally okay. Trust me. Do you know that normally we are playing, you're my man. We are playing, I'm like, baby, you're very stupid. Don't say that.
I get it.
We'll laugh. He gets sacked from his job and you crack the same job. Automatically it will not sit right with him. So it is, and it takes a good woman, it takes a graced woman to be able to handle such situation. And like you said, provision comes with authority. So normally, yes, you can't expect me to go to work since morning, come back home, and expect me to still be the same. You don't have a job at the moment.
Because
Although
standing on the home
it's
front.
for me, I would say if you want to like be a good woman, or I don't know how to put it, but as a woman, okay, let's say you went to work, just go back, you're stressed and all. If you can still have that energy, still have that little energy, you can still cook. But a man that loves you, he has been at home all day. Will not be told before he would cook for you. It's not you being a weaker man. It's not you being a weaker person.
Or it's
you being understanding. It's you being supportive. So at that point that you are even going through what you are going through, she's also not going to even be looking at her stress. Naturally, women, we are very caring.
Yeah.
Especially when we're in love. We are very caring. Do you understand? We know how to nurture. So naturally, a woman, you won't tell a woman before she will know that even as stressed that she is, she'll still enter kitchen and cook for you. Now, men are naturally, women are stronger than men. We have that grace. Mentally, we have that grace. The only place men have more strength than women is emotionally. Yes, and we still have some women that are emotionally stronger than men. In the sense that we get easily broken. Men can still, and men are still more logical than women. Women will think in emotional direction.
Yeah, they're always
men are
facts.
more,
they
are more of the fact and the logical aspect. So, but women, we are different. We are all different. So we have women that actually showcase their, as I said, there is normal, there is moderate, and there is the extreme. We have some women too that if they are the ones in position to cater and you don't have anything, there will be something else.
Exactly.
But then it does not warrant this level of wickedness.
Yeah.
This is bitterness on another level. There's no justification for it. That's what I feel. There's no justification for it. But women, we can do better. We are doing better. But men, they need to do much, much, much more better. And their ego is so fragile that any little thing can mess with them. Men, they are just like that. If you call a man daddy, let's say 5 times in a week on a normal ground, and maybe something happens to him, he has a little issue with work or finances and all, and you call him daddy just 2 times in a week, there's a problem. They're already thinking, oh, is it because I cannot provide? They are having, and that's why I said when a woman comes back from work, I use that example, when a woman comes back from work and the man does not have a job, the funniest thing is the man can be tired too. But the woman will feel like, shebi it's me that went to work since morning. But the war that men are fighting, at that moment that a good man though, at that moment that he cannot provide, he's thinking, how do I get a new job? How do I manage it that my woman will not insult me? It comes naturally for them. So the stress of having to look for a job and the stress of trying to do things so that the woman will not be looking at him that is now a low life person. All those things are battles too that causes mental stress for them. So in such situation, let's say even if he's not able to cook for you, at least the two of you should have a mutual understanding. All in all, in conclusion for me, I feel like let's just pray to be with a good man. That's it.
All right, to me.
Okay, so what I think I was about to say something and she already said little out of it.
Okay.
That let's look at it this another way, because when a man loses his job, there's always it has this big toll on them. It affects them because men are natural providers. In fact, that is more like the responsibility. Most men, they don't even have a problem if they're not around. Just send them money. I mean, send money to the home, send money to the wife. They are fulfilled. So definitely it would affect him. And then, like I said, most times when I see things on social media, I don't just judge. Sometimes I just read, if I can learn anything, I can learn, because I would say that I don't really know what happened. I was not with them in the house. I don't know how the woman was reacting or has been reacting to the husband. Because I saw a particular tweet where a lady said that if our husband should lose his job, she is going to break up with him. And I'm like, okay. A lot of men see things like this also and try to restrategize. Okay, this is how women see us now.
Yes.
Or this is how they think. We also try to think differently. So sometimes I won't blame, apart from the fact that he went ahead to sack and tell the boss to sack and the likes. You know how we women can be. We can push men to an extent. We can make men feel less of himself. Men always want to be here. Normally they always want to be here, and then we women should still be crawling to meet them. So once they start moving downwards, they feel that they're not useful anymore. So like I said, we can't say, because there are some women, once they have little money, it's a problem.
There are some women, but I don't think it warrants that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to come from a different angle now, that there are some women that is exactly what they do. Their husband loses his job. The next thing is, oh, you want to start nagging, you want to start complaining. Oh, if assuming you have a job, would you be doing this? But the truth is, at that time, it needs that mental stability. Not someone who will start ranting or nagging. So like this situation, I can't say, but let's just talk based on what he did. Maybe if we hear from his side as well, say, maybe.
I don't think he has anything to justify himself. I personally, I don't want to be judgmental, but I think I'm judging this particular situation.
There are ways to know something from what they write.
I agree.
He actually even he sounds like a lazy man, because if you see a real man, your wife is misbehaving. Number one, talk to her. You got married to her, is your wife. She's your wife. You got married to her. Talk to her. Number two, maybe the talking is not working. Bro, I would even prefer you divorce her than this thing you're doing.
You know, I was going to say that's example that Tommy gave about a comment from a person that says if her husband loses his job, she would leave him. I think that's even more honorable. It's not good. I'm not saying that's the best thing, but at least it's more honorable than berating him every day. He already has so much to deal with in his head, but berating him every single day. There are some women, we should not, downplay that fact. There are some women that no matter what you do, no matter how you want to stand in to help them, they just want to berate you because they feel it will put you on your toes and you go get another job. But they don't know that they're doing more harm than good. There are some women like that, but there are also some who service naturally gets to women's heart because they are natural service givers. So when you do something in service to a woman, you've won. How much does it take to win a woman's heart? What does it take to win a woman's heart and to keep it? It's just all those little things. It's a gift. That's why the few women are materialistic. Women are moved by,
what we see,
what you do, how you. It's encompassing. By women, it's just what they see sometimes. But women love a man that is there.
Yes.
Just be there. Your child is needed. Be there. Even if you cannot give that financial, just be there.
Yes.
They need support, a man's presence. Just be there. So what we're saying today is, yes, money does have influence on women, but there are several women who have been battered. There are several women. I played a joke about the Odogwu story. Look at that lady. Back to back, she had been going for low-life men that she was ready to even, let me say, ruin herself for.
Yes.
But there was nothing to show for it. So the point that she started going for just men like that. At the end of the day, when a man that was different from what she had always been going for came to the picture, it felt strange. And there are several millions of women like that, like her.
Yes.
And so they're already used to that kind of life. But when you see a man that stands out, give him his flowers.
Yes.
When you see a woman that stands out too, give her flowers. But there are men who do not even want to, they feel like once you praise a woman a little to get to her head and she starts, no. It's not like that all the time. It's not. So I just want you people's conclusion on this particular, word. How how much should money have influence on a woman? When should she draw the line? And men too, what's their responsibility? Because it seems they are losing the sense of responsibility these days. And so where should men also know that this is going overboard? Let's start with
I feel that the moment you realize that money is controlling you, because yes, money controls you. Yes. If you know yourself to be a reserved person, you have a particular personality that people love, and then when you have money, all of a sudden you just change. Because I won't lie, we men, we are like that. I think it only takes the grace of God for you to be a woman and control yourself when you have money. Even with friends, you have 4 friends, maybe you guys were struggling. The moment one person has, you will see it. She either try to move away from that particular clique and start moving with people who have money in the same set. But the truth is, money controls us as women. We love money so much. But the truth is, don't let money control you. The moment it starts controlling you, definitely you know you should try to cut it. And then the moment you notice that you can go the extreme length for money, nobody's saying you should not look for money. Even if you're doing a legal job, there's an extent to you can go for money. Because you can't say, yes, I know that we always, especially women who are career driven, we always want that promotion. There's something bad with you trying to aim for bigger things. But there's an extent, there's a limit to it. To be very honest, men would not mind you just having that degree or have a job and then you're just there. The moment you're aiming, that's why sometimes most men will not even want to marry you once they know that, oh, you're the CEO of this, you're the CEO of that, or you have a particular job, you're getting paid 1.5 is even small these days. you're being paid 3.5 million monthly. I think men would just draw themselves back. I know I'm not in our level. And then most of these women end up being single for years because no man wants them because they feel that, okay, I'm not in their league,
They don't have that confidence.
So I agree with Tommy, but to cap it all up, I'll just say that I just pray we all meet our person. That's the best, because whether we like it or not, as ladies, we are different. We have our different ways of handling things. For men too, they are like that. So for me, that I don't have an issue with having money. There's a way, like we handle ourselves differently though. But I feel like there are some ladies that when they have the money, they know that, okay, let me try and behave myself. Don't let me do things. Like there's a place for self-evaluation. So that's where you check yourself. Okay, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? I don't want this to overcloud. And there's that man too that is supportive. He doesn't care whether you earn billions of naira in a month. He is just there. That one is emotionally strong. He is secure. He doesn't have his insecurity. He is confident in himself. So I think there is a woman that needs a particular man. So we should all I just pray we all find our person. That's the best.
Okay, so I'm ending too with that quote. I pray you find your person. All right, so for those of you who have also come across that, I hope that this has been quite enlightening for you. This has been educative for you, and it has helped you to pick your lessons and to drop or discard the chaff. On this note, we'll be taking this quick break. When we get back, we'll be checking what's trending. Stay with us.
Up to 75% of all new human diseases come from animals. Ebola, anthrax, and monkeypox all came from animals. And as more dead wild animals are being transported to our cities, we risk introducing another disease outbreak. This will affect our health, economy, and well-being. So say no to illegal bushmeat, because protecting nature protects us all.
Insightful. We are treated at this topic, women and the influence money has on them. I hope that you learned. And if you're just joining us now, you can always, recap on our social media handles, whether on Facebook and Instagram or on X at Western Spring Television. Latest Talk as the show to search for. I'll be taking this talk now on what's trending. We're going to be watching this clip and let's see what exactly is trending.
Is it a crime to be married? Say that I should pack out from my husband's house. Go to your mother to go me. Hit me that I'm pregnant. He's hitting a pregnant woman to leave the house. In the presence of my children. Look at my children there. In the presence of my children. The mother is watching it. Carry your mother and go. Carry and go where? I'm sleeping. Tell your mother to leave me alone. Your mother is here hitting me, Abi. I'm sleeping. Continue. If I lose this child, if I lose my child, you have. If I lose my child, every time you lose my child.
Can you go and sit down?
Where are you guys? I should sit down. Let your mother be beating me.
Go and sit down. Can you go and sit down?
I'm not interested in the meeting again. She has hit my head. She has hit my belly. I'm not interested. You guys have done the one you want to do. You guys have done the one you want to do. I'm not interested in the meeting again. I am not. Mommy, what is it? What is it? I'm not going anywhere. You are going. Is that how they pushing you out of your husband's house? Is that pushing you out of your husband's house? Is that pushing you out of your husband's house? Is that pushing you out of your husband's house? Come and touch me again. What is it? I don't know where. What is it? You have to come and pursue me. Did I pursue you? Did I pursue you? In the presence of my children, you are going to come and hit me. You are watching your mother. You are watching your mother. She has hit my ears. She has hit me all through. You want to beat me too? The meeting is over. The meeting is over. Abi, you want to join your mother to beat me? You want to join your mother? The meeting is over. It's out of respect.
It's enough. It's enough.
Show me. Yeah.
Even the small boy said it's enough. The other was just saying, What is that? Show me a mommy's boy without saying anything. That's just a clear picture of a mommy's boy. Because why on earth are you in that house and your mom is hitting your pregnant wife and you're doing nothing? First of all, mommy, get out of our house. That's the truth. I think it's concerning the fact that she's pregnant. She has a child. Even if she's not pregnant, Seth, why will you eat your...
Yeah. I understand.
I'm shook.
In front of the kids.
Oh God, no. Wait, why are these things happening these days? First of all, Mommy, Elia, where is your bag?
Go to your husband's house first.
We'll settle this.
I'll come and meet you at home.
I'll come and meet you at home. Let's go. Tend to your woman. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. Can she beat her son?
Can she beat her daughter, who is also in the same situation?
You know that part where they say that the Bible said let men should leave their parents,
father and mother, and
cleave unto their. So men, that part of the Bible they tore it, but they burnt it.
You know, now I see.
I'm not saying you should not have a good relationship with your mom. It's important, but there are boundaries to this. The moment you're married, your mom is no longer your priority. I'm so sorry to say. I have a mother too. The moment my brother is married, his responsibility is his wife. The rest of us to take care of the mom. The truth is, men should learn that the moment anything touches your wife and you are there and you're standing there, something is wrong with you in front of the kids.
You know, I was having a discussion somewhere one day recently, and we're talking about the fact that standing up for your wife to your parents is not disrespect.
It is not.
See, men don't know where to draw that line. They feel that once they talk assertively,
That is respecting.
it's disrespectful. You see, there is, the way we transition through childhood, where your parents used to beat you, used to flog you, and it gets to a point where they just stop.
Yeah.
There was no discussion. They just feel like you've gotten to a certain age where I cannot be flogging you anymore.
Exactly.
Men never get to that point of realization. That's what I've come to believe. That's what I've come to realize. Some men, let me not generalize now, many men, they don't know where to draw the line with their mothers. They feel like in that situation, the best thing, see, I was under, let me say, a sermon that said, the pastor was saying, normally, you're not supposed to beat your parents, you're not supposed to hit them. It was like, it is demonic when a man is laying with his child. At that point, if you slap that man, you're not wrong. I don't know if I should propagate that. But my point is, there are some exceptions to every rule. In that point, number one, your mother has no jurisdiction in your home.
Exactly.
And you telling her to get out is what a normal person should do. And if it is too late, you tell her to go to her room. She has no place in your home affairs. But from what we are saying, it seems that they were having a meeting. And probably whatever. Maybe it was even to resolve an issue. And now another issue has blossomed. But the point is, I think men should take a cue. When some things are happening between their mother, especially, it's always between mothers. I don't know why.
Fathers don't have
problem now. Their own is for you to be sending money to them.
Physical with you.
They won't even go to the house.
They won't go to the house.
Beg
What are
them
you
to
looking
come.
for? There's this. I just feel like men have a big role, like you said, in the relationship between their mom and their wife. It has been a problem over time. There's always some ladies saying they don't want their mother-in-laws
To
around,
be alive.
so they don't want them to be alive. And there are some mother-in-laws too that will not allow their son's wife to breathe because they feel like, where were you when I was hustling? Where were you when I was doing this? Where were you when I was doing that? He lived in my belly for 9 months. They have their funny enough. They have their,
I believe
they have
that
their
women,
reasons.
wives, should not meddle with the affairs of the son
and the
and mother.
That's why I said
It's the same thing with a son and his wife. See, in that home, you can be there. Let them be beating each other. You will not say a thing because it is none of your business. What if you were not there?
Yeah.
Let somebody, in fact, the best thing to do is to go call their neighbor to come and intervene. Then when it's done, you will now come and talk to them. You can do that. Because see, the affairs of a man and his wife is really nobody's business. But mothers just cannot draw the line. And see, we are talking
mothers.
today.
Like I said, like I was saying, sorry. I said the man has a very important role to play. Because as a man, let's generalize it now. Leave mother safe. Your family. There is a place for your family. There's a place for your own family, your wife. Now, any affair, your affair with your mom, there should be limits to what your wife should know about your mom's affairs. There should be there should be limits rather to what your mom would know about what is going on with you and your wife. You just have to place it because why? These days, people don't know where to draw the line. People don't know boundaries anymore. So you have to set it for them. Now, there's nothing wrong if we are all just saying this thing because we feel like everything is normal. There are times that a man would buy a car for his wife and the mom would be like, you are not doing this thing for me. Do you know the funniest thing? The funniest thing, let's be factual. We are women. It is normal for them to feel that way.
Yeah.
It now takes the grace of God and the fear of God for you to change your mind, say, no, naturally, women, we are envious in nature. We have that jealous, this thing. It might not be in everything. It might not be, but there are some little things, especially in places where you feel like you have invested enough. It's just like a relationship. You have been dating a man for 9 years. You are now seeing him being all romantic with another lady. Even if there is nothing in there, it is natural to spark something in you. So as a man,
sorry to cut you. The point is that, because I think Tope wanted to mention that we are also women and we will go through.
That's what I wanted to say. These are the women that also grew. But there are some women who will talk about the fact that they were witch-hunted by their mothers-in-law.
Yes.
They will still come back to be the same set of women.
Get it.
So I'm only praying that us on this seat right now will not end up being like that.
Yes.
So maybe it's a spirit that we need to start killing.
That's why I said it takes the grace of God and the fear of God. Because
another thing, I think you mentioned a case. It has also been out there and it has caused issues severally, where a man is getting his wife a car or something, you know, before the mom, or not even planning to get her at all. I think that, see, in life, wisdom is profitable to direct.
Yes.
If you people don't have a car, it's fine. You can buy one for yourself. But when it now comes to buying it particularly for each person, see, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Just buy something for your mother too. If it's not cash she needs, please do something. Take care of her first. See, you can still talk to your wife and she will understand. But you may not be able to talk to your mother and she'll understand, because she will be, normally, she's already at a disadvantage. She feels her son has been taken. See, that war is real. It will happen to everybody.
Yeah.
So you need to always pacify her with her own things. But like you said, there is always a place to draw the line.
Yes.
When you have a car already, I don't see why you cannot buy your mother or your father, especially if they have none. I don't see why you cannot buy them the next one before you now buy
for your
particularly for your wife. I think, see, for me, that's how I see it. If I'm a wife, well, I'm a wife. And if we have a car, I think the next one should go to your parents if they don't have, except they're telling you, see, that's not our need right now. We cannot maintain it. That's okay. Get them something else. Maybe they don't have a house. Maybe they need renovation. Do it for them because you owe it to them.
Yes.
They gave you a large chunk of their lives and you owe it to them. But in this case, this is your wife's jurisdiction. I can't come to your mother's home and shout at her, and her husband who's that would never happen.
A pregnant woman, for that matter, that mother-in-law is
I don't know if there are law enforcement agencies. If this is out there, I mean, I know it is out there. They should do something about it, because mothers-in-law should not just be going scot-free for doing several things. How do you even hit a wife?
Are you a woman?
How do you hit a wife? You have no right
to.
No matter what. Even if she's 2 years old, she will be accorded the respect that you accord your son. It is the same thing. I don't think you can still be hitting your son. I don't think so. And if you want to hit your son, that's fine, if he wants it. But then, after this situation, I don't know if the man would know how to go back to his wife and plead. Some men would never do that. They will still stand on, when an adult is right, I mean, she's right. When an adult is wrong, you are still the one that should go and apologize. I mean, but I just hope that we can all learn. There are women out there we really need to learn. On this note, do you have any final things to say in a minute each, please? If you have one last thing to say, coming from the topic right now to what's trending.
Okay, women. I think women, you should prioritize yourself.
Okay.
And have your own money. I think that's just it.
All right.
Your money.
I don't think it's about money though, but let's just pray we find
our own person. All right, thank you so much, dear viewer. It's been insightful, at least for me. I've learned, and I hope that you have too. You can always, watch a playback of all of our videos or all of our editions right there on Facebook and Instagram and X at Western Spring Television. My name is TEMITOPE AJIJOLAOLUWA-OLA. And for me and the ladies, say bye-bye.